Hello friends, today our topic is asking questions. So asking question is a skill. For a teacher, more than 80% of his teaching time spends in the classroom by asking question. If we ask questions correctly to get the information from the peoples, definitely our communication skills are achieved. So, to get the information, we should ask questions correctly. That means, to get the information, we ask different types of questions. It is used to develop the conversation, and it is used to acquire the more information from the students. So we have to learn how to ask a beautiful question and what kinds of questions are there and what types of questions are there and what to ask, how to ask and when to ask a question. These are the things and the types of questions and the structural grammatical structure of the questions. These are the things that what we are going to learn today. So, when we come to the question, what types of questions are asked? We can ask several questions to get information about the things what we taught in the classroom. That means we can ask factual questions, we can ask information questions, we can ask contextual questions, and we can ask cause and consequent questions, and higher order questions and lower order questions. Different types of questions can be asked. When you ask a question, we learn, we want to get information, and why don't we ask question? Why do we ask questions? Questions are asked for information, to get the information, and not only that, when we ask questions for changes and for influencing and for progress, and also we ask questions for assessment. So lower order questions also possible. So it depends upon the level of the children we frame questions. So teaching is the art, questioning is one of the art of teaching in the classroom. So a good teacher learns, a good teacher starts with the questions in the classroom, and that is one of the very important thing when you enter into the classroom. To test the knowledge of the students, we start our classroom teaching with the help of questions. To ask a question, nowadays you have to present a problem. People are suffering from the corona disease, and you can ask, get the information. Do you know anything of what is the reason for coronavirus? And do you know how is the computer, how is computer useful for the man in daily life? When you ask that question, listener thinks and gives divergent replies. The question should focus on getting divergent replies. This student gives one reply, B gives another reply, C gives another. Every reply you should expect that same, and different answers will be considered, and you can ask like that. Now it's 6 o'clock now, and our train leaves at 6:15. And we have 30 minutes to reach the station. Then you can imagine, you can tell me that how will you reach the station? When you ask that question, different students give different replies. So how will you reach the station in 15 minutes? We have 30 minutes journey. So how will you reach the station? That's one of the ways that you, when you want to get the what I call thinking focused and what information focused and divergent replies it will expect, and what are some possible ways to solve the problem of terrorism in India. When you ask the question, what are the possible ways to solve the terrorism in Indian context? So different answers, you have to accept different answers from the different people. So we have to ask different types of questions, and the question should be thought provoking questions, and they should tickle the cognitive and emotional aspects of the child. Next, and another point is, in this juncture you may get wrong replies. When you get wrong replies from the students, how do you think, and how do you deal with the children when you get wrong information or wrong answers? We should not discourage the children, and in that situation you have to ask, you have to give them more information by asking questions. Is the question not clear for you, my dear students? Do you want me to rephrase the question? Like that, when you ask him again, is my question not clear? Is my question not understandable? And do you want me to ask again? If you ask like that, and definitely the children could understand, and if you repeat the question, they could understand very clearly. While asking question, your question should be very clear, and the question should be comprehensive, and it should get more information. So friends, we will learn, we will play one activity now. Friends, let's do one activity regarding questions. So I and my friend Ramesh planning to go to a picnic tomorrow, and do you know where? Yes, you're right. We're going to Araku Valley, and you know, I am taking some things with me, and he is planning to bring some things with him. And what I am taking, I told him that I will take idli and also some playing things. So do you know, children, what my friend Ramesh bringing tomorrow?
Will he take cricket ball?
No.
Will he take basketball?
Oh no.
Is he taking playing cards?
No.
Does he take umbrella?
No, not at all.
Will he take puri?
No.
Will he take chapati?
No, 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 no.
What is the shape of thing Ravi brings?
Shape of a thing is round shape.
What is the shape?
Ramesh brings a round shaped thing.
Is it ball?
Oh no, certainly not.
Is it a clock?
No, no, no. It's not correct.
Does he bring ring?
No.
Is he taking roll?
No. Not at all.
Is he taking coconut?
Coconut? No. He doesn't take.
Is it a fruit?
Yeah. You are right. Then tell me, what is the fruit?
What is color of the fruit? Color of the fruit.
Color? You guess what is that color?
Is it brown?
No.
Is it pink?
Nope, nope, nope.
Is it yellow?
No, not at all. It's not correct.
Is it orange?
It's not right.
I think it's red.
Yeah, you're right. Then
Well-
what is that?
Is it an apple?
Yes, you're right. You got it. That's right. Fine. So, this is one way that you give scope to the children to talk about questions. So, questions give a lot of information. Questions accept a lot of information from the students. So, when you ask question, we should learn them as structurally right sentences. We should learn them structurally right sentences. That means grammatically right sentences should be framed. When we talk about grammar and the structure of a sentence, we may ask yes or no questions and WH questions. Yes or no questions usually start with helping verb and with question mark, whereas WH questions start with WH word and with question mark. Maybe yes or no questions, they open-ended, open questions and closed questions. You'd better open. There are some uses to get the information, clear information and simple information, either yes or no. You can ask open questions. For example, did you go to market yesterday? Yes. Have you had breakfast? No. Are you leaving for Chennai tomorrow? No. These are all open-end questions. You will get either yes or no. Whereas closed questions usually start with WH questions such as who for persons, how for region, why for region, and what for thing, and which for thing or animal. Such a way you can start with WH questions. Anyway, the structure should be to talk about present. If the sentence you want to, when you want to talk question in present, that should be present do forms, that is do, does, and do, does follow the main verb base form, that is the main verb of the base form should be placed before the subject and main verb, and the interrogative word order should be placed, that is helping verb plus subject and main verb and object. That is the question structure. When it is WH question, it starts with helping verb, subject and main verb. WH starts with WH word plus helping verb plus subject plus main verb. And these are the question structures. If it is a past tense, to frame past tense, I went to market. Did you go to market? Went past form, it should be did plus main base form should be placed. People usually speak, did you went yesterday? Did you came yesterday? That's wrong. The grammatically it is wrong because did follow the main verb base form only. When you want to talk about present continuous, you can use be forms before the main verb, before the subject. That is am, is, are plus subject and followed by main verb ing form, verb 1 plus ing form. So that is the structure to talk about interrogative sentences. For example, you are leaving tomorrow. Are you leaving tomorrow? She is dancing there. Is she dancing there? Such a way you can ask, why is she dancing there? Why are you coming late? So you can ask questions present continuous tense and present perfect also. Why have you been late? Where have you been all these days? Like that you can ask with the WH questions by starting with WH word when present perfect, that is have or has plus past participle to talk about interrogative sentences. When you want to talk about past perfect, just you place had before the subject, it becomes interrogative past perfect. And also you can speak in different tenses like that. Simple past we use did plus main verb base form, and past continuous was or were plus ing form in to talk about past continuous tenses. For example, I was reading newspaper at this time. So what is the question form for that? Was he reading newspaper at this time? So such a way you can prepare question for that. So these are the questions, and what we learned today is how to ask questions, different types of questions, and what is the use of asking questions, and how can we ask, why do we ask question? Because when you ask question, when you know the right way of asking question in the classroom, then 80% of the communication is done in the classroom. So we have to ask right questions, and at the same time we have to expect the same from our students, to be asked the right questions. So to take communication, there must be a questioning skill. This is what we call art of questioning. And thank you very much for listening this video. If you like this, share it and subscribe this channel, and thank you very much for watching. And if you want to ask any question, drop your message in the comment box below.